This figure in Marvel Legends form goes for $90. And this one goes for $20. In today's video, we are gonna see if this one's worth it to buy. I think you know the answer. MessToys has been on fire lately with 2 solid releases. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the one that I saw people the most excited about, if I remembered how to open this thing. We're going to be taking a look at the 1/12 Ultimate Neighbor, aka Scarlet Spider, aka Superior Spider-Man. With this release, we have 2 trays. We have custom stands with the metal wire, by the way. Always really nice, the stands. We have some web effects, but we also have the arms. I owned the Marvel Legends one, and that was one of the only figures I ever returned. But I think now that this figure is out, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a comparison on whether you should keep that Marvel Legends one or get this one, especially if you're a fan of the character. Now, this is, I believe, the 3rd MessToys release. I have all of the reviews up on my channel if you want to see in depth the Black Suit Spider-Man and the Cane Spider-Man. And I have to just say, like, CT Toys has a lot of hits. They have a very few misses. But MessToys has not had one miss yet, unless this video, you know, this figure absolutely donks. But that's why we're here reviewing it. If you are interested in getting one for yourself, I'll have a link to where I bought mine down below. And I believe it's the MessToys official website. So, you know, you could buy with confidence there, or as much confidence as buying from Chinese websites could give you. Like I was saying, I had the original Marvel Legends figure, and I just was not impressed. It was right early on in the days of when they were raising the prices and not giving you Build-A-Figures. So I was already kind of mad at it from that perspective, because I believe it was like 20, they were like, it was like 24 maybe dollars or something like that. And I was just like, what? Marvel Legends are supposed to be $10 back in my day. No, but at least 20 bucks with the Build-A-Figure piece. But I know every time I bring up Build-A-Figures, I'm like, people go, they don't do that anymore, get over it. And it's like, I don't want to get over it. Build-A-Figure pieces were fun because it was a lot of bang for your buck. You would get the whole wave, and then maybe you could sell off the Build-A-Figure piece and make some of your money back, or at least just build the Build-A-Figure. You kind of get like an extra thank you for buying it. Now we get these little fake comic book plastic garbages, and then we just throw them away because, you know, it's garbage, and they raised the price like a ton of money. Yeah, so I had that figure, the Scarlet, or the Superior, I keep calling it Scarlet, sorry, the Superior Marvel Legends, and it had all the good articulation, but it didn't move the right way, in my opinion. Like, I was just like, ooh, I don't like this. It just didn't work for me. So I returned it, and I'm glad I did, because now I have the much superior, do you get that joke? The Superior Spider-Man already right here, just from me fiddling around. So if you're new here, I like to just kind of pose the figure around and just kind of feel how it feels in person, especially with these like random figures. Like, it's not a Marvel Legend. Like, you could kind of know what you're getting with a Marvel Legend. With third parties and bootlegs, you never know what you're getting. So it's always kind of fun to just pose it around. And Revoltechs are also really fun. Speaking of, if you don't know what I'm doing a review of, this is a third party, basically a bootleg Revoltech, but they started making custom pieces and adding it. So they're kind of bootlegging, but also making custom figures. So each release, they kind of get more intricate. So we had the original, this black and white, then we had then we had red, black, right, with this one, and now we're getting silver, different red, black, different gloss, black, and even our first unmasked head. So that looks amazing, by the way. Okay, I'm going to put that down. Take a look. Put that down. We'll take a look at all that later. And I believe this is our first extra accessory, like an accessory that wasn't just the figure. So they're really branching out. Let me do the articulation, because there's a lot of accessories with this set, and we're going to have to go through everything, and I don't want to be here all day. We have the backpack. We have his head sculpt, beautifully sculpted, by the way. Beautifully sculpted. Again, the Marvel Legend one was not sculpted. It was just painted on. We have big range of motion with the neck. Oh, you could get really high up, really far down. The butterfly joints go a tremendous amount, like as much as you could push them. Even more than that, because then the butterfly joints go even more, because then you have this piece right here. So you have the kind of lats pull down, and then you have the shoulders that move. So it's truly like, these are the best bodies for Spider-Man figures, because if you're going to contort and do all that, like, Revoltech is the way to go with that. Look at that. This is crazy. So, single jointed knees, but they go down so much that you get the full range. And then there's a shin articulation right here that makes you push back even more. And then we have toe articulation and feet articulation. Now, one thing I would say is make the feet a little bit bigger. I think moving forward, they should make the feet a little bit bigger, but it doesn't stop the figures from standing. I've not had problems with my other figures, MessToys, but I just think they're too little, in my opinion. And that's why you guys are watching my video, to get my opinion, right? But yeah, look, very deep cuts all over the place. Really nice articulation. The thing that people always complain about is, you know, Revoltech figures, when you're just standing them vanilla, that means like in a boring pose, not doing any crazy posing, that they look weird. But honestly, yeah. I mean, look at the One Punch Man. When this is an official Revoltech, it's just kind of like, it's not the worst, but these are really meant to be played with. And that's how I grade figures differently on like what's their use. So if I could just like pose these guys up, like I love having the Revoltechs and just messing around with them. They're just so much fun. Right there, everything's good. Again, the clean paint everywhere for not an official figure is really beautiful, man. This figure is just boom. And I like that they did the gloss on the eyes, because it's kind of like he's wearing goggles. It really makes it feel like a lens. And then the matte spray on the rest of the figure is just beautiful. Now, he only has these fist hands, but the fist hands have the hole in them right here for the webbing. So there's only one type of hands, and you don't get like two sets of the punching hands. So that's just a heads up right there. It might bother some people, but it might not bother some other people. Here he is holding his webs. And then also, just for fun, even though it doesn't make sense, here he is holding webs that are shooting out of his little hands like this. I'm sure there's a hole in a hand somewhere that we could add that to. Let me see. No? Okay, no. Oh, there is. There's a thwipping hand. We'll take a look at the hands next. We have gripping hands, kind of. We have very anime hands, kind of like reaching out, anime-ish feeling hands. These reaching out hands, ooh, these feel very feminine. I wonder if these were just molded after some female anime figures. Probably. We have some more open gripping hands. We have two thwipping hands, like I said, and you could plug in. We'll do that later. And then you have the perched hands, like him doing that, you know, the Spider-Man pose. Well, I'll show you this one too. So that's a total of 7 hand sculpts. Insane, especially like if you compare it to the Marvel Legend, which I believe only had one hand sculpt, or at least, you know, maybe 2 hand. I don't think Marvel Legends usually doesn't do more than 3 sets. So here is these hands. Hold on, let me just show you. I mean, look how fast and easy it is to get kind of like that perched down, you know, Spider-Man pose right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That was nothing. I didn't even do it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even, that's why I love Revoltech. But yeah, these hands are cool for him, like holding the ground like that. So from my very little knowledge of Superior Spider-Man, I believe it was Doc Ock took over, switched places with Peter Parker. And then he like tried to get with Mary Jane and stuff, if I remember correctly. I remember when this story was running, and fans were not happy with it. I remember backlash. I don't remember. Now I think people probably look back on it favorably because I do hear a lot of good things about it, people talking about it. But I remember back in the day when it was running, I remember a lot of fans complaining. I mean, fans are always complaining, I guess, right? I don't remember people talking favorably about it. That's mainly what I'm trying to get at. So I'm trying to put his arms in right here. I called them tentacles, and everyone got mad at me. They're technically tentacles, man. I know that word, it's like gooner, goon now, like with the, it used to mean like a bad guy that like Batman would fight is like a goon, you know, Joker goon. But now it means something different. I think that's probably another, like tentacles, people think of anime stuff, and it's just like, kids, you gotta get out and touch grass, please, man. Please, this generation, I'm very worried about it. I noticed none of the younger kids understand sarcasm either. So that's why it kind of makes sense now when I think about why everyone, if I say something sarcastically in a joking manner, a lot of the young kids always take everything serious. I think they don't understand, no, they definitely don't. How we were, like, we grew up with everything with sarcasm and jokes, and I mean, they didn't grow up with comedies, so how could you, I can't blame them. Imagine not growing up with comedy movies. That's insane, dude. But look at this figure. This is cool. So I'm just gonna say right now, he cannot stand on his tentacles, or his arms, they're very loose. You're gonna need the stand to do any poses. It's not strong, so you're not going to be able to like stand him on this like people do with some other Iron Spider-Man and everything. So just a heads up there. Look at this. We could put that. Let's see the thwipping hand. There you go. See, you could get your thwipping hand with the. I like these. I normally don't like the web effects, but the ones that plug in are pretty fun. Remember, we still have head swaps to do, and then comparisons at the end, so definitely stay tuned. So we have this Spider-Man drone thing. I wonder if this is from the Diamond Select Gameverse PS4 Spider-Man. I think they had something similar, so I wonder if this is a mold of that. Either way, I like it. I think it's cool. Besides the head on the figure, we have two extra ones, and we have a unmasked fully with even the unmasked neck. And then we have just the, you know, almost the upside down Peter Parker kiss from the first movie. Let's pop his head off. Heads pop off very easy. That looks good. That looks good. So that's nice. Pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. But looks good. I'm happy with this. Now this is the fun part. You ready? So we're going to pop this whole thing off. Okay. The neck and everything came off very easy. And we're going to pop in this whole Peter Parker head sculpt. And wow. This kind of looks like me a little bit. I had curtains. That haircut is called curtains. You know what? I'm calling this the me spider. That's me. Hey, he's like me. Did I just come off like say like I'm the main character? I am the main character of my story, and you're the main character of your story. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about it. Have confidence, go through life, feeling it, and just don't be a jerk to people. That's all. Having confidence and being confident in yourself and all that stuff is not negative. It's not a negative trait. But don't be mean to people and rude to people because you think you're better than them. That's where it's not good. So look at that. Again, I have to just reiterate, this is not an official product, and it's like $20. I think I paid 20 something dollars. The prices always fluctuate. So, and it depends on where you live too. So when you click on the link, it might say different price for you. And also with the tariffs, they're constantly changing. So, but I know I paid pretty cheap for this, and I'm very pleased, man. I am very pleased. I really like that head sculpt, and I want to see. So first off, we have the neck now. So you could put Nope. Okay, so the head sculpt with the neck does not work with this head. Just a heads up there. It does not work. And does this head work? Let's see. Not really, no. This has like a shorter neck, I guess. The other one has a longer neck. So now let me see if this head sculpt fits on the black suit Peter Parker. Let's see, ready? Oh no, he's gonna have a long neck. Yeah, damn, you can't swap the heads because the neck is really long. Look at that. I mean, you could fudge it. Like, look, if you pose him like this, you could fudge it, but he's got that long neck. Oh no. Oh no, look at that. Hey guys, I got a long neck. Final thoughts. Run to go pick this up. If you are a Spider-Man fan, especially if you're a Superior Spider-Man fan, this is pretty amazing. I am stunned. They just keep getting better. MessToys, man, you're killing it. And I'm in. I'm going to keep getting them. And what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Again, the link is down below if you want to buy one from the shop. And I'll see you in the next toy review. Bye. If you want to get $50 in free credit for both of us, I need everybody go check out my Mercari shop. Use my code. Down below is the link. You guys signing up is how I buy a lot of these figures. We both get up to $50 in credit.